When introducing new drills, skills, or strategy, there are two competing demands. Get them to understand what you're trying to accomplish and get it to show up while they're swimming. Let's take a look at how to balance the two. Hi everyone, Andrew here, helping you help your swimmers get faster. I recently received a great question about how to introduce new drills or new strategies. The question was, should you spend more time getting reps in on the drills, or should you start immediately working on getting it to show up while they swim? This is a really great question because it demonstrates an understanding of the challenges that we face when trying to improve skills. There's only so much time and energy. We have to help swimmers improve the drills they're using, but they also have to learn to take what they're doing during a drill and get it to show up in their swimming. So what do? Here's the general approach that I take. Step one is get them to understand the drill and develop some basic competency in terms of what we're trying to accomplish as soon as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, but they should have a pretty good understanding of what they're trying to do and be pretty decent at actually making it happen. To do so, I like to emphasize more repetitions of the drill, and I'll have swimmers perform the drill in a pretty similar manner every time. There aren't many performance expectations, there's not a lot of variation, we're not using many training aids, we're just focusing on getting it done. I'll have them perform a lot more drilling repetitions and a lot less full stroke swimming repetitions. If it's a good strategy and swimmers are ready to learn it, you'll probably be able to move through this pretty quickly. It really shouldn't take too long for them to get the hang of it. Again, you're looking for decent, not perfect. Then, once they understand what they're doing, it's time to start challenging that strategy. You can start adding performance goals, you can start adding hand postures, you can start adding training aids. You really want to start to mix it up. The purpose here is to challenge the drill, build some resiliency, and keep them learning. When you're writing sets, you can start adding in other previously learned drills and more full stroke swimming. The emphasis can still be on the new drills, but you're starting to push them in different directions, asking them to do other things at the same time. So you're still going to get a decent number of repetitions in the new drill, but you're starting to try to get it to show up in full stroke swimming as well. So they should be pretty good at the drill, and they should be getting better and better at executing that drill or the strategy, whatever it is, in more and more difficult situations and more varied situations. Then, once they've got the drill locked in lots of different ways, now it's time to really start pushing forward with full stroke swimming. They need less and less repetitions on the drill because they've really got the hang of it, and they need more and more repetitions on full stroke swimming so that they can start to make those skills, let those skills, and get those skills to show up when they're swimming. Just remember that ultimately swimming is what it's all about, so whatever skills you're working on, the end goal is to get those skills to start showing up while they swim. You can still use the drills, but now you're using it to prime or set up the stroke rather than just get better at the drill. The purpose of the drill is to help them get better at swimming. And at this point, if there's a specific version of the drill, say it's done with a stroke rate and a pull buoy, you'll want to use those variations that are most effective and help them feel the key skills the most. You'll want to use those more often when trying to get it to show up in full stroke swimming. And rather than performing all of the drill repetitions and then all of the swimming repetitions, I strongly prefer to drill and then swim and then drill and then swim and then drill and then swim and alternate back and forth between the two to help swimmers really learn how to get it to show up when they swim. So it's a relatively simple process, and the better each stage of the process is executed, the more effective each subsequent phase is going to be. So from a big picture standpoint, the first part is to get them to do the drill well as fast as possible. You'll want to do whatever it takes to make that happen, and that usually means lots of repetitions in a low pressure environment. Then start to really challenge the drill and add more and more swimming into the mix. The goal is to help them take their skills to the next level by asking them to perform the drill in lots of different variations so they get really good at executing it and making it happen. Finally, the next and last step is to work on getting it to show up when they swim. And that usually means performing fewer repetitions of the drill and really focusing on pushing forward with their swimming. And when you're focused on full stroke swimming, you want to use the most effective versions of the drill to help them improve their skills and get it to show up when they swim. And that might be slightly different from swimmer to swimmer. How do you know which is going to work best? Well, that's what you pay attention when you're adding all those different variations, which ones seem to really click with which swimmers, and those are the ones you want to continue to focus on when you're trying to get the skills to show up when they swim. If you want to know more about how to combine drills and full stroke swimming in ways that actually help swimmers improve their skills, check out the video here.